Good day everyone, my name is Coolpilot and welcome back to another episode of Civilization 5 Civ Challenge, playing as, I was about to say Morocco, but we are playing as Greece. Oh... Who am I? Who's closer to being back? You're on your way back, I know. Well, you might have to stop by here in order to get here in a decent time. You are on your way. May want to start taking some pot shots at this guy first. We can move down because the archer is a lot easier to kill, really. And that was it for that turn. Trying to remember how everything was going in this game. It's been a few days since I've played, so don't quite remember everything that was going on. Don't. Well, actually, 12 turns to the Great Lighthouse. And it would probably be a little bit longer before we get our next policy. So I'm actually going to grab aristocracy to get plus 15% protection when building wonders. Happiness isn't too important at this point, because when we get optics, I'm going to want to build the Great Lighthouse. It's a little over double the building cost for the lighthouse, but gives us culture, great merchant point. It gives us boost to our naval units, and it looks like there's a fair amount of sea out here, so that will be quite useful. And it will give us, of course, a lighthouse for free. We're building it, so we're going to try to get the Great Lighthouse. You keep on marching your way home. Really? Go here first. And then take a pot shot. Try and clear this camp out here. Apparently, the barbs are trying to attack Athens. That's not gonna work. I think I'm actually going to hit the archer. And we can found our pantheon, finally. Took a while. But what we were thinking about, while there is a ton of jungle and the +1 culture from jungle, Sacred Path, would be really nice, I think it would be better for us to go for God of the Sea. +1 production from fishing boats. Once we start pumping out fishing boats, good God, is Athens going to have a hell of a lot of production. So that will be insanely good for us. And looking at other things, fertility rights is decent, but not that great. Oh, what else is there? Monument to the Gods is always good if you're going for early wonders. Could get that to help produce the Great Lighthouse, but we're not going to really probably get many other, if any, other wonders in ancient classical eras, so not really worth it. Banana, citrus, and wheat. Well, that would actually give us one. Well, if we had cities that included all this stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 happiness. So that wouldn't be decent. Well, 72 if we go way over here, although it's a bit close to Mecca, although there are horses over here, so well, there are horses down here too, and we were thinking about going down here, which would give us 3 production with the, what was it called again? God of the Sea, yeah. So we're gonna go God of the Sea, because it sounds like it's gonna be really good for us. And of course, in order to actually create a religion, we're going to have to get 200 faith, which is not going to be easy. But I'll certainly try for it. Turn. entered the classical era. Just keep taking shots. And we can get rid of that guy. There must be a camp over here, because I'm noticing they're coming from this direction. Next turn. Nope. Not taking embassies until I know for sure that they have seen my capital. Or I know that they're really, really far away from us. You have gained some experience. Definitely get the rough and fortify until healed. Thinking about places to settle. Probably going to want to go down here. It's a little. We really need to see more of this land to kind of figure out a good spot. The marble, seems like it wouldn't be half bad. Floodplains would be good, if we're going to be in this desert, because you can get food from there, and you got some hills surrounding it, so for production. Over here seems like it's not half bad, although it would be nice to have a coastal river city. It's like right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there. I think. Yeah, right there. So it wouldn't be in range of the wine, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we definitely need to see more of this land before we think about possible settlement spots down there. We're not really ready to settle another city anyway, so not too big of a deal. Fire upon an enemy. Yeah, you just keep on healing up. And archer guy, take out them. Already had his orders, get next turn. And then another one spawns. Here's that, I already filled it up. Definitely get barrage. And keep wheeling on these guys. Actually, just gonna keep them fortified. Couple more turns till our worker comes out. Should actually double check to make sure citizens are in the right locations. You're focusing on growth, yeah, that's good. Gonna take another pot shot and get rid of him. And the worker, first thing you are going to do is probably come down here to the wheat for food, because we're going to need more food to continue growing. We don't only have 2 food tiles currently, so we gotta get that going. Oh, what next? 16 turns for settler. We're not really. Yeah, it's gonna take a really long time. Of course, it's 10 turns is for a workboat. Oof. Library. We need to get going on. How many turns until 6 turns? So we want to get something preferably that doesn't take too much longer than 6 turns. Other than like scout warrior triumph, none of which we need. Although triumph I guess would be good for scouting. Workboat would be the best thing really. Let's get the workboat. And then we'll get started on the lighthouse. And just keep on wailing on these barbs endlessly. And having to wait an excruciatingly long time to actually hit next turn. Casimir, or Casimir, I guess. I always keep thinking Casimir because I missed that first I. But it's Casimir of Poland. Good to see you, buddy. We Poles gotta stick together. He at least knows where the capital units are. Yeah, you should be able to see the city from there, I would think. So getting an embassy with him. He doesn't have writing? Really? Is it going like all military or something? Must be. Who needs orders again? Oh, I guess this guy. I'm saying unit needs orders, but I guess I already fired on the Barb. So you go ahead and make the farm for food. Pangea. That's how you pronounce it, okay. It needs orders. Yep. Maybe now we can clear the dumb thing. Someone else found a Pantheon. Goddess of protection. Increase in city combat strength. And Athens has grown. You're out there working that for 2 turns. We can put you on a bison. So yeah, that works. And we can clear it for 25 gold. It's apparently sitting on the jungle. You really need to keep scouting, so send you out to do that. Got our warrior home to help defend. Let's go this way. And you just stay on alert. Right on top of our worker. Lovely. That is a bad place for that to spawn. How much will it cost for a... we don't have archery. Right. We can grab a scout to go out and, well, do our scouting and then bring our scout archer back, I suppose. Other things we want. Workboat 240. Oh, that would be really nice to buy 2 workboats. Improve 2 of the tiles. Is a difficult question. Do we want to buy the scout or just focus on building up? I'm more inclined to just focus on building up as much as I want to scout out some of these areas for potential city locations, because we are still a little ways from actually starting our second city. So I suppose just bring the guy back to help get rid of these guys. Because we are definitely going to need our archer. And we are into the classical era. And then... doesn't help too much. If we want to get a faith, or a religion, I should say, we will definitely want to get up to temples pretty quickly to start building that up. Even get, theology early would even be nice. Although those are all wonders, it seems. Yeah, pretty much. So I suppose go up towards philosophy. National College would be good to get once we actually build our library. And keep walking our archer back. No, I will not accept your embassy because I do not think you've seen my city yet. Athens wants Cocoa, the other new resource. That is the new luxury resource that was introduced in the last update. This requires calendar, which we're just now researching. So... suppose I'll start sending you over here and send this guy here into the forest to defend him, because this guy won't be able to get our worker in this turn because of zone of control. And it looks like we'll have to walk our guy back to avoid getting captured and just start a farm. Because we'll want to farm there anyways. The Pantheon founded, +1 culture from plantations. Florence seeks Poland. Heard of a distant empire named Poland. If you're able to find territory, they will reward us. That is a nice one. Because we'll be able to get it once Casimir actually, discovers writing. And we can take a pot shot here, another pot shot here, and we should be able to kill him like this. Yep. And then walk this guy up, and we should be able to start improving the bison next turn. Let us see if Poland has... Nope, still haven't yet. We don't actually have any luxury resources hooked up yet, so we can't trade any of that. Do you not have it either? No writing. Only Arabia has writing so far. Of the ones that we've met, at least. Which is interesting. Maybe an oracle is possible? That would be really interesting. Even a Parthenon? Go culture again! Worked so well last time, why not? You just wait. Culture games is something I'm pretty good at. Most well-fed, average surplus. Arabia has an unusual amount of surplus. They have a second city? Oh, it's because floodplains, grassland, yeah. That is a really good city. A couple stones, some silver and incense. A lot of good desert tiles. And the fact that they're floodplains and the like. If they build Petra, it'll make them really good. You go up on the hill and take a shot. Oh, I do love scout archers. It is so good to just be able to move up onto a forested hill and take a shot immediately. Oh, trapping. Why is it that this... I didn't know. It doesn't say when you in the mouse over text, but it says it down there in the bottom right above the choose production. It requires trapping. Yeah. So, stupid mistake. I guess just start walking down towards the incense now, because by the time we get down there, you'll be able to actually improve that. So we got a workboat. Immediately go into building the lighthouse. We could actually build the Great Library. Is still available. Same amount of turns. I am not sure if I want to go for that or not. The only one that we know has writing so far is these guys. They're building something here. It's a wonder of some sort. What wonder is that? Is it Temple of Artemis? Maybe? I don't remember what wonder looks like that. Might be the Great Library. I don't remember. I'm not sure if I really want to... I mean, 27 turns is a long time. It's a great, great wonder. But... oof, I have a lot better chance of getting the Great Lighthouse. Because there are a lot of other civs we haven't met yet that could have writing. Other than just Arabia. And we don't have a lot of production quite yet. And this guy flipped over automatically, that's good. So I think I'm just going to go with the Great Lighthouse. And you are going to go down here to the whales. Fishing boat. Look at that. 3 food, 1 hammer, 1 gold. Lovely. That brings it down to 23 turns on the Great Lighthouse. Could purchase another workboat at 240. Thinking about it, 26 turns to get philosophy. So it's going to be a while to get that, so we should be able to build a temple after the lighthouse. Great Library's been... okay. Far away lane. It's a good thing I didn't try starting on that. Just go straight into the Great Lighthouse. and get legalism. So once we get drama and poetry, we'll get our amphitheater for free. Take a shot up here. I think I'm just going to heal the guy up a little bit. Lock this guy down here. Next turn. Definitely a lot of barbs sitting over here. And you just sleep for a couple turns until that tech is researched. Could actually be completing that farm up there, but I want to get this improved first.
So teach us to number our days so that we may.
Unmet player entered the classical era. Another unmet player entered the classical era. And construct the plantation. Take over that barbarian camp. Quest just to find Poland, I think. We haven't actually officially met this guy. Might want to try walking up here to see if we can. Let's see if Poland has writing yet. Still no. Jeez. It's kind of ridiculous. In a few turns we should be able to finally buy that second workboat. I'll probably put him on the whales again, although I could put him on the fish. I've been promoted. Go duel 2. And I think I'm going to send the scout archer over here to try and see if we can see that city-state. Then send him over here to try and deal with the barbs in this direction. One thing I will want to see here, though, is, once the turn finishes, the lighthouses +1 food on fish, and the +1 food on coast and ocean, and +1 hammer from sea resources. So the fish will get extra food, not hammer. Whereas the whales won't get that extra food. And no, cannot see anything. And apparently the archer actually hasn't stepped inside of our territory because it doesn't have embarking yet. I can send this guy embarked though to try and see that guy. Bring this guy within borders. Genoa, 30 gold, mercantile for happiness. Neutral, so fairly even keel. They have horses. Good. It'll definitely be one I will want to get on our side. And then I immediately trespass. Oops. No. Luckily we should be able to get out without them getting angry. Oh, they didn't even get angry at all. I guess it's because we met them in the same... No, entered the borders in the same turn we met them. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh, these guys are spreading fast. Already took, this possible city location out of the question by settling here. Which is not the best spot to settle. Would have been up here, actually. To get the extra sheep. No, I don't want you moving down there. I hate when I hit that by accident. And these cities are like minimum distance from each other. They're all they're basically in a square, all 3 tiles away. Kind of odd. But they're expanding pretty rapidly, which isn't good for us. Hey, you finally got writing. Yes, I will accept your embassy and find out where the heck you are. Oh, all the way down there. In interesting city. 2 wine. He was the one that got the... Did he just get it for wine? No, he got the culture for plantations because he had incense and 2 wine. Makes sense. But he has 2 wine. incense, wheat, a sheep, and a deer, like all smack dab next to the city, and a bunch of desert hills, which are the better desert tiles for him to have, and some plains tiles all next to a river, and smack dab next to a mountain for observatories. So that's actually pretty good for him. This guy went this direction, so that has been improved. Come on up and finish this farm. We're now friends with Florence, so they're giving us some extra culture. And that's it. Another pantheon founded. Gods of the Sky plus 1 culture from pastures. Surprised no one's going for jungle yet. What did these guys get, actually? Religion overview, beliefs. Polynesian Pantheon was the culture from pastures. You would think they would have gone for jungle, considering all the jungle around them, and they only have they only have one pasture or pasturable tile that we can see, at least, within their borders. They do have 3 others that could be within their borders soon, but they have all this jungle. You would think that they would have gone for that, but nope. Apparently not. Start heading out here. "12 turns for our great lighthouse." Everything looking good here? Yep. I think I'm probably going to try and kill this archer just with my archer, just because trying to trudge my warrior through the forest would be a bit of a pain. Florence seeks investors. And I haven't actually spent my money to get the workboat yet. Shame it's not in Genoa, because I prefer Genoa. 500 gold. We're nowhere near getting 500 gold to get the extra. 30 would make us friends for a little while. Like 6 turns. We'll get happiness for 6 turns. A little bit more culture for 6 turns too, which is nice. But I don't think I'm going to prioritize it right now. It's a bit early for spending a bunch of money on city-states. I'd rather spend it on, well, even a trime would be good. I think workboat is a little bit more important just to improve our tiles, to make it so that building things will go a lot more quickly. Next turn. Another player entering classical. Everyone's finally catching up to classical. Polynesia is now protecting Florence. Oh yeah, we should actually pledge to protect everyone. Makes sense. We are trying to get on their good side. And you... Ooh, do I want you going to the fish or whales first? Well, we're definitely going to want more food. I think with this one, it would be nice to get a tradable resource though for happiness. But we're doing alright on the happiness right now. I think we're going to go for the fish. So that once the Great Lighthouse is done, we'll have a lot of extra food to help our growth. Currently working the incense, but for the moment I'd actually like to get the fish worked first and then the incense, and then start working on farms. The incense is good because of the gold, of course. Can I actually change it now? Yes. I had to wait for the turn to officially finish before I could change the dumb thing. It reads orders. Yes, you're all healed up now. I'm gonna go stand over here, I think. Just to keep an eye on this area over here. Especially since we got a Maui warrior nearby. Next turn. Take a shot on that guy. This is, of course, a ranged barbarian unit, but they can only attack us from one tile away, so they have to move near us first, and at which point we can move away and take a pot shot at them at the same time because we are a scout archer. We are amazing. You've finished that. Suppose just make more farms. That would make sense. Probably do one on the grassland. Because that'll actually give us 3 food tiles. This is 2 food, 1 hammer. So we're not really gaining much food off of that. I'm gonna go sit the guy on top of the hill. Bit better place for him to be. Stonehenge has been complete, so no Stonehenge for us. Guess he must have gone for calendar before riding, so did that. Stonehenge would have been a good one to build for, of course, the faith. You have +5 faith. But it's another one that tends to go early. And of course, we wanted to get the Great Lighthouse here. And it would have taken just as long as the Great Lighthouse, and we got this tech later, so we wouldn't have gotten it. Would have just failed. So better to go for the Lighthouse to ensure that advantage in naval, and go for philosophy for the temples instead. To try at least get a religion, if not the first. Wonder where the hand axe went. Heal up a bit. And next turn. Want to see if we can get the Great Lighthouse finished in this video or not. If it takes too much longer to get through these turns, then I'll just wait for the next time. Losing grasp on Florence, yeah, not a big issue. We're going to. So I'm not going to spend the money this early on a city-state. Keep taking pot shots at the guy as he comes in to our site. Genoa wants investors. Now, investing in Genoa isn't half bad. Just because 2 luxury resources, so that gives you even more happiness, and the horses to build horse units. Of course, we'd want to keep them always allied. Once we do get them allied, just so we could keep a hold of those horses to use for our units. Never, lose them, and then suffer penalty for losing the horses we need. And that guy's finally dead. You've finished building that, so go ahead and build the next farm, I suppose. And one more turn for Great Lighthouse. Should finish it now. Oh, it doesn't actually say it. They that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters, these see the works of the Lord and his wonders in the deep. It's an interesting quote. The Great Lighthouse, my favorite of the 7 wonders of the world. Well, I should say one of my favorites. The Great Lighthouse of Alexandria and the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are both equally my favorites of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Yeah, +1 movement and +1 sight for our naval units. Free lighthouse in the capital. It's a pretty good wonder for naval warfare, and we may be doing a fair bit of it, especially if we get sandwiched in anymore by the expansion of some of the neighbor civs. So now we've completed that before philosophy, so we cannot actually build the temple yet. We could get an extra wheat out of our granary. Can finally build our library to get +3 science at this point. And then, of course, get National College. Build a trieme, build a workboat. Lots of options. 5 turns till we can build the temple. I'd say library, then temple, then start pumping out trieme, workboats, cargo ships, caravans, a settler. Basically all of those things in some order, and we'll figure out the order later. But I get the library first, because that's really important. And suddenly spearmen and brutes. Well, we're backing up. We can't actually fire from there. This is not a good spot for our archer to be in, really. I prefer him over here. So I'm actually going to go into the water with my archer, bring him back on land, which is kind of, basically wastes 2 turns of movement. He could be doing stuff, but we need him in our borders. And this guy, I'm just going to keep on alert. Of course, it'll wake up the next turn. Back our worker up so he doesn't get captured. And of course, immediately pillaged. Our archer into our capital. Bring this guy down. Next turn. And pillaged again. Sorry for that little cut there. Got interrupted. I swear, every time I record, I'm being interrupted by someone. It is annoying as hell. Cannot actually fire on the spearmen from this location, but I don't want to move out because of this guy. So I'm going to take a shot at him. Everything's going to get pillaged at this point, so and not much I can do, but the worker to sleep so he doesn't bug me. But this guy on Fortify, I don't want him attacking. Religion founded already. Catholicism in Warsaw, probably because of the whatchamacallit, Stonehenge. Yeah, there we go. Helps if I know the names of the wonders. There we go. Got one of them dead. Monarchy are definitely landed elite for growth. Improve our growth by a lot. 10% growth and +2 food in the capital. Yep. Super good. Everything's kind of messed up because of the barbarians. Well, that's actually because of the yeah, it's actually best to work with the sea stuff at the moment because of the lighthouse giving food to everything. So yeah, I guess you go ahead and do that. See if we can't at least defend our capital before signing off on this episode. People like shiny things the most. Gold in their treasury at the bottom because we've spent some of it. There we go. Successfully defended. Now we have to repair everything. Ugh. But that will be it for this episode. And I will see you guys next time. Hopefully we can stop having barbarians keep interrupting us. See you then.